Welcome to Blissful Australia. Today we're going to talk about why we use the Hema HX-1 device in our RV motorhome. But first we're going to talk about why we put it there and our suggestions for where to put it. Mainly we went through all the different locations we could have on the dash, but as you can see there's already lots and lots of things that are currently presented to us while driving, and we didn't want another thing that was going to block the vision, because who knows when a kangaroo wallaby is going to jump out right at that point where you put a device that's blocking your window. So we thought here's a nice spot because for the most part we're both going to be in the front seat, and this way we both can access it and choose the next location we want to go to. It came with a stick which we can stick on the window and so forth in order for suction cap. But the problem is, of course, anything you stick on the window immediately blocks the ability to put up a reflection device up there to sort of keep the sun out of here. So we're trying to keep the window itself without anything on it, so we can still put the shield up there and make sure that works the way we want it to. So luckily it does have 4 holes at the back where the stand clips onto, and for here I've just put 2 screws. I've drilled 2 small little holes through there and put 2 screws in, and they just go into the groove here on our Volkswagen Sprinter, Volkswagen Crafter. And so we've just got the 2 screws in there, and that way it just goes through, and hopefully when we take it out it hasn't left too much of an impression or holes on the dash. But honestly we're not too worried for this one. And it clips in there, so you can hear our son in the background playing with the water.
Yes, he's definitely playing with the water.
And then for wiring, we've got the 12 volts cigarette output that turns on when the key turns on. And so I've just drilled a hole through the side, run a cable down here and just clipped into the back for the 12 volts.
Where's the hole? The hole over here?
It goes in there. I'm sure it's going to be easy to see. Yeah. So we just run the cables through the hole inside there, and I've just run it straight down and to the back of the 12 volt accessories. And that way it's powered when the key's on that side of things. So we just, because it does have its own battery and so forth, so it only needs power when the engine's running. And that's our way of running it that way. But otherwise we're happy with it as a backup system for Google Maps should we be in an area without reception. So this is our safety system, as well as a way of knowing where all the campsites and stuff are without having to go into Google Maps and then look at the book and try and overlay where the nearest place is. At least here it's going to show us immediately where the nearest camp place is.
Yeah, and we've been trying to figure out how to use this. I mean, we can come from the Hema app here, Hema, and this is like the main page, or the main part where it asks you if you want to drive or if you want to explore. Like we used it the other day to do a drive. We're still a little stationary. Wow, it's really blurry on my screen. Is that gonna work? Okay, and we've really just been trying to figure it out, so we'll do new route. It's so dark on my screen. There we go. And we went to the Moorwoolenbah Showgrounds, and I'll just put that one in there again. We'll do select as destination, and then it just basically points it all out here for you. So you can come in, it's all touch sensitive, so you can just come in and figure out what the path is. We'll do start navigation, and then from here, under here, it then tells you, I guess, some information that we actually didn't use it the last time, but how far it is and everything else, and what time you should be arriving. The only thing I found that was really helpful on this was that it showed what our speed was, even though the speed that it had on there was incorrect most of the time of what the speed limit was. But I still found it to be helpful. I mean, we really purchased this so that we'll add that one on the way just as an example. Just so that when we're out further where there aren't as many services, that we have an easy way to go. Here, we'll add another one too. Opa. We'll do add a waypoint, and we'll come down here, and you can see you can add address, places, save location history, or coordinates. We haven't used coordinates quite yet, but in the big map that we bought that camps, like the Australia Camps 11, I think it's called. A lot of those are by coordinates. And we really just wanted to have a backup system so that when it comes time to us being out, we can not get lost. Know where we are, because it's all by GPS.
Just for safety, really.
Yeah. So then it has like the 4-wheel drive facilities, or if your camp's 10 locations, or public dump points, that's really important. Caravan parks Australia-wide, and all of this stuff is just kind of in there. I used it the other day to find the shopping. I needed to find where the supermarket was. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Google Maps replacement, but it is a safety net, knowing that it is available when we're in places that Google Maps may not be its priority for addressing.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching Blissful Australia.